Welcome back to Travels of the World, the podcast, Travels and Wisdom Over 50. I'm your host, Angela Jane, and this is where we share real stories from real travelers, proving that life after 50 or 60 can be your most adventurous chapter yet. Today, we're talking about courage, curiosity, and the joy of starting something new, no matter your age. My guest today is Karen. She is in her mid-60s and living proof that adventure doesn't have any expiration date. We met at Angloville, an English immersion program in Poland, and instantly connected over our shared love for travel and meeting people from all over the world. She's exploring the world one meaningful connection at a time, from America to Poland, to Mongolia, to Greenland, to India, and across Asia, in fact, everywhere. And what's even more inspiring, she's just launched her own social media journey. So today, we're going to dive into how she got started, her most memorable travel moments, and her advice for anyone dreaming of their own adventure after 60. So let's dive in and get started. Karen, welcome to our podcast, Travel and Wisdoms Over 50. I am so happy to have you here and to share your wonderful story and your journey with our listeners. It's from your incredible solo travels and to the adventures that have shaped your life. So let's start at the beginning. Where did you grow up and what first sparked your love for travel?
I grew up in Northern California in the USA, and it was my 40th birthday coming, and a girlfriend asked me what I was going to do for my birthday, and after pondering, I said, well, I think I'm going to get a passport. I've never had a passport. And so then I had to do something with it. She was very encouraging. And so I booked a trip to Paris for my 40th birthday.
Wow, nice. That would have been exciting. Yes. But was it nerve-wracking or were you anxious?
Well, I planned, as I do, and so therefore it took some of the anxiety out.
Yeah.
But I didn't speak it. I knew I didn't speak any French. So that was a little, I'd be cautious, like, how do I communicate? But people were really kind.
That's nice.
And so I was like, okay, I can do this.
And what made you decide to take that solo trip? What was that one thing that made you say, okay?
It was solo because I didn't think or didn't ask. I don't even know if I asked anybody to come with. It was a specific time. It was my birthday week. So I just went because I didn't want to stay at home. I wanted to have that moment.
So you didn't feel like you didn't ask, well, you probably asked so many questions, but you just still went for it.
I just went for it.
Yeah, great. And what was it like? What was that solo trip like, the first one?
Contained.
Yeah.
Like very planned out. Okay. I would go walk here. I would do that because I didn't know how to read the menus. And I was playing really small. I would like study restaurants all day long and go, okay, that's where I want to go have dinner because I could figure it out. So it was contained. Yeah. It was very organized.
Yeah. So you didn't.
But I felt comfortable because it was organized.
That's right. And that's really important, I think. Yeah. Great. So Karen, I believe you're 65 now?
Pretty close, yes.
A young 65?
Young 65.
So how did you first decide to set out on your own? What was it that made that decision that I can do this, especially at this age, at a later age, that, it's quite daunting, but it's possible.
Oh, totally possible.
Yeah.
Well, I started out long distance backpacking.
Okay.
And so I think the very first night that I spent in a tent by myself was unnerving.
Okay.
A little scary.
Which country?
It's in California. Oh, I was preparing to do the Pacific Crest Trail. And learning my gear, and I woke up in the morning fine.
That's right.
So I was like, okay. Yeah. And so that probably made traveling abroad that experience of backpacking, long distance backpacking. You're never really alone on the PCT. There's a lot of people, but you are by yourself, and you have to depend on yourself, and you have to plan, and you have to pack your food and all those things. So I think that was a big confidence booster. And then after that, I was like, well, there's a big world out there I want to go explore.
Right.
And I, at that point, knew that there were places I wanted to go to, the timing I wanted to go, how I wanted to do it economically, all those kinds of factors. I just realized I just need to go live my life and do it. And so that's kind of how it all.
And did you leave your job, or like you were obviously working in the corporate world before that?
I realized early on that I didn't do what the gap year people do for college.
Yes.
And so I just started, I knew I wanted to retire early so I could do all these things. And so, yeah, I left my job, I retired early, and just started traveling.
Yeah, and you never looked back.
No, actually, I'm a nomad right now.
Yeah.
I don't even have a house.
Wow. Wow. You just move around.
I do. Luckily, I have friends in the States that make it possible to have an anchor.
Okay.
And I have a mother who wants me to show up periodically, so I have a place to go.
Okay.
But yeah, I just keep moving. Luckily, I love to ski, and so I spend 4 months of the year in the States.
Right.
In a constant place.
Okay.
So that kind of, but yeah, that's what I do.
And financially then, did you prepare yourself for this lifestyle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had that in your mind that this one day, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I realized I didn't do it before, and I wanted to do it at some point.
So at what age do you think that triggered off that thought process?
Well, probably, gosh, I think it was probably in my mid 30s. I was watching a documentary on the Appalachian Trail.
Okay.
And I knew, oh gosh, I want to do that. That particular trail takes about 4 to 5 months. I knew I could never do that while I was working. So I just kind of planted the seed that to do those kinds of things, you have to kind of be. We didn't have remote working.
No, that's right. This is all new, isn't it?
This is all new.
Yeah, exactly. So then you started putting money in the bank and starting saving your little...
Having a thought process. At the time, I was still raising my son. I was married. Okay. And so those kinds of things. So I didn't know where this was all going.
No.
But, you know,
so
some
you're
seed,
divorced now?
Yeah. But some seed was planted somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. And it brought you to here.
Who knows? Yeah.
Exactly. How do you balance safety and spontaneity when traveling alone?
Oh, yeah. I'm probably not as spontaneous as, you know, it sounds like it would be fun. But I think the safety thing probably shapes more of my day-to-day activity. I'm in another country by myself. I typically get up really early and walk a city, like at 7 o'clock in the morning. There's no one around. I can kind of be in my own dream state and explore without worrying too much about crowds and things.
Yeah.
So that gives me freedom in that regard. And then I have my main meal at lunch so that at night I'm not out and about too much.
Okay.
I'm usually I'm very aware of what's happening after about 7:30 at night. So that's kind of, I look at my safety.
Yeah.
I really just not putting myself in a situation where might be vulnerable.
Yeah, that's right. And it's very, very sensible of you to do that. So that's why you build that confidence, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. So Karen, I saw your wonderful Instagram post on Mongolia. Very fascinating. Can you share that experience?
Yeah. Mongolia is amazing.
Yeah.
It's really it's still in its original authentic essence. So that's really amazing that it's not industrialized or westernized. So that's the beauty of Mongolia. But how it came about is the beauty of being a solo traveler.
Yes.
Is when I was in Greenland, I met this couple who are bloggers.
Okay.
And they spent their their 20s traveling the world, like on bicycles and motorcycles and to these far off places, all the stands. And they said that they had been to Kyrgyzstan and all these places. And I was like, that's amazing. That might be somewhere I can't go by myself.
Yes.
So I started following them, and they were saying they were going to go to Mongolia. Again, not a place I would think to go by myself solo. So I just joined them.
Okay.
And we just, in Mongolia, there's like two major what we would call roads. They're one lane in each direction. But then once you get off those two roads or so, you're on just expanses of the steep.
Wow.
And so you're just driving.
Wow.
These drivers are just driving places, and they know where they're going. And there's herds of camels and herds of yaks and herds of horses and sheep and goats. So Mongolia is, if you're looking for somewhere that's not developed,
yes,
and still authentic, where people are out in the countryside living,
sounds beautiful.
It's heartwarming. It's
right.
like, oh yeah.
And is it a safe place to travel to?
Very, total safety.
And you traveled alone, so
I was with people, but we had a Mongolian a gentleman who is a teacher during the school year, and then he does travel. So he was connecting without that bridge, because English isn't spoken there. Actually, Russian is the second language.
Oh, okay.
So it was, but it's just open space. So there's it's wonderful. Super safe.
And what year was that you traveled to?
That was just last month.
Last month? Oh.
Yeah, that was just last month.
Oh, wow. Amazing. I'm inspired. I totally want to do that. And culturally, how does, what was the most memorable thing about that culture?
Family.
Yeah.
Tight families. I happened to be there during their Independence Day week celebration. So what I understand is there's only 3.5 million people in the country, and about 3 million live in Ulaanbaatar, the capital. So most of the people are there, and you only have 500,000 people in the rest of the country. But it was their holiday, so they left the capital and were out in the countryside with their families, with their festival.
Right.
And so to see families actually they drive into the middle of a field, they park their car, they set up a tent, and they're just out there with their families. Wow. There's nothing there. There's no amusement park or anything like that. They're just experiencing their families.
See, and that is what is missing in our world.
Exactly. And then there's a festival, and they're all in their authentic cultural costumes. And what you saw on Instagram was all of what I put in there is I found a quote that was a Mongolian without a horse is like a bird without the wings. And they ride these horses in their costume, and
amazing.
They sing. They have throat singing, and they have their sumo wrestling, and so they're all experiencing their culture with multiple generations.
Yeah.
And
where did you stay? Like, I'm presuming there's hotels, but I'm not sure.
We stayed, when we were in Ulaanbaatar, we stayed in the Holiday Inn. But then we went out into the countryside, and we stayed in gurs, which are what I knew before as a yurt. But they're like family-owned little, like there might be 6 of these tents or 5 or 10 of these tents. And so there's no restaurants along the way.
Right.
So the guides had to figure out where we stopped for, like we had breakfast at the camp. They were camps.
Okay.
Community bathrooms and community kitchen. Yeah. And then went out to, when we were driving, they would stop somewhere where there was a gas station and a restaurant. Yeah. So that we could eat. Okay. And then we went to the next gear. Wow. Yeah. Along the way, stopping and seeing.
Sounds wonderful.
Petroglyphs and ancient sites. Wow. And it was great.
Something totally different for sure. So have these experiences changed the way you see the world and yourself now?
Actually, I've actually now realized that there is this cultural authenticity out there that I would like to do some work at helping preserve that before westernization comes in, and infrastructure. Like, how do we work to save those things so that the world is just we're so enriched by these communities, even though we don't maybe see them every day.
Yeah.
And so how do we save that?
Yeah.
It's kind of,
and
it's
I think
changed
it's up
me.
to us to help them as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And if only we could do that. Yeah.
Right.
So
because they're using coal and wood and dung, but you know, so it's like, how do we help them? Yeah, it's interesting. Or if they want help, but
yeah,
preserving their culture.
Yeah, definitely. But are they open to tourists and tourism? I guess, are they? Is that what sustains them?
I think it probably, besides the herding in Mongolia, there's tourists. Not a lot, but there are tourists there. Right. So yeah, we're stimulating their culture, their family's wealth. But yeah, and then I say, like, how do we not change it?
Yeah,
that's how do we see these places and experience them, but not love them to death? Yeah,
I know. But you're on a slight mission to try
a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to help. How to keep them thriving.
Yeah, definitely.
In their authentic cultural identity.
Definitely. I'll volunteer to help you out there. So Karen, I believe you're just beginning your social media journey. What made you decide to start it now, even at this late age? You know, I know it's a minefield of information, and we're not young to be able to just pick these things up. So it's very brave of you. And what made you start and want to learn about this space?
Yes. So the first post the post you saw was my very first post on Instagram. I've had an Instagram account for quite a while and a Facebook account, and I've just used them to do research and to see what's going on. But this back in October, I was in Zambia, and I noticed that the villagers were burning wood as their fuel and their heat, cooking and heating. And I thought, oh wow, that's deforestation. How we could put solar panels. I mean, we in developed country in the States, you know, solar panels.
Yes.
But it was a thought.
Yeah.
And then when I went to northern India and then on to Mongolia, and I saw this again, I thought, oh wow. But how do we get involved? I don't. When I was in northern India, I was hiking and I noticed a little village. There was a big hotel going, or not a big hotel, but like a 3-story hotel going in. I thought, wow, right now these trails don't have signs on them. You have to have a guide because there's no maps. So as soon as that hotel comes in, we're going to have signs everywhere.
Yeah.
And so it just started getting me thinking of how do we maintain this beautiful cultural environments that aren't westernized and marketed. How do we do that? How do we sustain what it is? How do you get
your message across? How do you inform people about this?
And if you don't use social media, how do you even reach out to people who want to do this work, or people who want to be engaged in that way? So social media.
That's how it started. So that thought.
I don't even know how to use it yet, but I know that's the way we do it. At this point in time in our history.
But you're learning, right?
I'm learning.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to learn, I know. What is your vision for your page, though, specifically? What do you want people to take away from your message?
I had to research hashtags. Green indigenous futures.
Right.
And helping villages sustain their cherished cultural identities.
Yeah. That sounds wonderful.
How do we bring people together to have that goal?
Well, once I put this out there, hopefully there'll be somebody reaching out to you, or a few people, and help you do that. So you and we're here in beautiful Poland, and look at this place. It's beautiful, Lipoi Most. We're at the Angloville English Immersion Program.
Yes.
Where we're helping other Polish participants become confident in their English.
Yes.
And this is where we've met.
This is where we've met.
Yeah. And it's just wonderful to meet like-minded people. What drew you to join a program like this?
Two things. I met a woman in Wyoming who has done this a couple years ago,
Okay.
and she had a great program. She had a great experience. So that that was, you know, the intro. But when she told me about it, it just felt like it was a really nice connection with people. I love to travel. I had never been to Poland, so why not?
Yeah.
And I figured you're going to meet some really interesting people and courageous people who are that are not native English speakers, who have a desire to become confident in something. And aren't we all trying to be confident in something?
Absolutely.
This conversation.
Yes, exactly. And what was it like connecting with people through language and culture? I mean, there's some amazing stories going through this week, haven't we? Just exposed to so many beautiful experiences.
With so an amazing place to come to meet diverse professions, views, and levels of language confidence, and seeing their blossoming. It's been so encouraging, and I've been enriched with their stories.
Absolutely.
It's an amazing experience. And meeting other fluent English speakers from around the world. This has been just an interesting discovery.
Because it's like taking us out of our comfort zone also. I mean, the Polish people don't think so. They just think we're just confident. But we've stepped out of our comfort zone, and we're learning from them. Equally, they're learning from us.
And most of us don't know anybody. So we're all meeting new individuals in our lives.
It's so enriching, isn't it?
Yeah.
So did this experience change your perspective on travel and people? Different to like Mongolia, obviously. But this is a different perspective. And how did that change, you know?
For me, the history of Poland. And it's a rich history, and the Polish people and how they know their history and how they speak about it has been very, not encouraging. What do I want to say? It's been enriching because they have a worldview that I don't know when I travel by myself. This is the thing. When I travel by myself, I don't necessarily get to emerge. I have to find situations where I can actually engage in the culture. Usually I'm exploring and I'm doing this. I'm going to a museum in Europe, but this has let me like really get to know people.
Like into their hearts almost, isn't it? It's
with the sprinkling of the Polish history and heritage and the way they live their daily life.
Definitely. And did you have any preconceived ideas about Polish people?
No.
So they've just come open and just gone with the flow. They're beautiful people.
They are amazing.
Oh, they're just so amazing.
And the sense of humor. They have such a depth of sense of humor.
Which is great, isn't it?
It's great.
And it's almost like it's just helping us laugh and you know, enjoy life rather than when we were stuck in our corporate world.
Exactly.
Just one way. This has just opened our hearts, opened our minds. How many countries have you visited thus far? Do you know?
I don't.
No.
Last night when we were talking, you said you'd been to 80, and I'm like,
88.
88. Let's not lose those 8. They're valuable places.
That's right.
They were interesting experiences. I have not counted, and I need to, but I've been, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know, but I've been to Greenland 3 times.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if that counts as 3 or 1. But one. But
That's
I love Greenland.
So what's the thing about Greenland? What inspires you to go to Greenland 3 times?
3 times. It's like Mongolia in the sense that there's no roads. You know, there's no internal roads in the country. It's all ice and glacier. It's pristine still. And then the power of nature there is just, it's right there. And the people who live there are engaged with nature. It's integral, and it's same with Mongolia when you got out of the capital. It's the people are living with nature. Integrated with nature. And I guess being from California, you know, even though I live in the mountains, it's just we've already developed, and they're still in a place that's just authentic.
It's an expensive country though, I believe, to travel.
You got to get there. And then you have to be, in my experience, it's been, if I can say, Quark is the travel company or the boat that that I've been there with. You have to be on a boat. You have to be on some way. And I'm sure there are people, I've seen the smaller boats.
Yes.
Like people who actually can navigate with their boats.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little extreme.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing.
Yeah.
I just
3
feel
times.
yeah.
And I've been wanting to get there. So 3 times now you've totally inspired me. I need to get there. Got to get there.
Got to get there.
So what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone over 50, 60, 70, 80 who's dreaming of travel but holding back?
I would say the very first time is just go, but go in a way that you can orchestrate. I mean, like I said, when my first trip on my birthday, it was orchestrated, really planned out. I really love Rick Steves' Europe Through the Back Door guidebooks.
Yes.
Because it's all lined out, kind of curated, and it gives you, for me, it was a safe way to explore.
So we should just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. But address the concerns, plan and really orchestrate it. And then you go, oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do this.
And until you do it, you actually don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just, like this book that I read, feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yes.
Why don't we just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you'll have your hotel room. You know where you're going to go.
Exactly.
You're going to go back. It's all going to be good.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's going to be fine.
Just
do
be
it.
Positive.
Please do it.
So then how do you keep your courage and curiosity alive?
That's a really good question. I think because there's always someone not more interesting. I'll meet somebody like yourself and you'll tell me about a place and I'm like, I hadn't thought about that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps, the Poles like to go to Croatia. I've heard about it, but now I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I need to go
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's by, traveling, connecting with people.
Yes.
Your mind just grows more and more.
It does.
Curious.
It becomes, It's like, how do they live? What's going on there? What's their food like?
Yeah, exactly. So what's next for you? Any big trips coming up? Any projects on the horizon? What's your next move?
Actually, my next move is Bhutan.
Bhutan.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going to go a little bit of backpacking, a little bit of exploring. That's next month.
Next month. Okay. So from Poland, you're going to have a couple more weeks in Poland.
Yes.
Now, and then from here you go to Bhutan.
I'm going to stop back in California.
Oh. Okay.
Regroup.
Right.
Go get some different kind of gear.
Yeah.
Go into my storage unit. Resort. Find what do I need for that trip, and then fortunately this trip is a friend who I said, hey, I'm going to go to Bhutan. I thought she might be interested. She's like, oh, that sounds good. So I'm not going solo this particular time. Okay. A friend who is also interested in Bhutan is coming with.
Oh, right.
So that'll be fun.
And how long is that trip for?
I think that's, we're stopping. We're going to Bangkok for a little exploration before. So I think it's total 3 weeks. She's still working. She's on her last time in working. So I'm looking forward to her retiring because she's traveled together. She's pretty fun friend. So
that's really nice. And you need to count how many countries you've been to.
I'm looking forward to doing that.
Yeah. Maybe just list them down and be inspired and look on the map and say, oh, where's next? It's amazing. Karen, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's just been wonderful to get an insight into your life, into solo travel as well, because women especially feel that fear. It's like, can I really do that?
Yes, you can.
But I'm hoping that you have inspired many others, including myself. I mean, I'm here solo as well. But it's just amazing. And I think we need to do more of it.
Thank you for being there for me in this new Instagram journey.
Absolutely. We're going to grow together.
Yes.
Yeah. And just learn together. And hopefully we'll meet some other place, maybe Angloville or Spain. Or
somewhere. I'm thinking our paths might cross again.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And have a safe journey back to your next destination.
I will.
Thank you.
So there you have it. Karen's story proves that in your mid-60s, it's never too late to embrace the unknown, or even dive into solo travel, or even start something completely new. If her journey gave you that little spark to finally take the trip you've been dreaming of, share this episode with a friend who could use the inspiration. Hit the like button so we know you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss any more incredible journeys and uplifting stories from Travels and Wisdom Over 50. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep wandering, and let solo travel lead you to discover the world and yourself.